Heidi Kelly, and I am thrilled to be with Scrapbook News and Review this month. I don't know about you, but I just love getting letters and postcards and notes from my friends in the mail. And so today I thought that I would show you how to make a mixed media postcard that you can actually send. And you can send a little happy to your friends or family or whoever you want to. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with one piece of 8.5 by 11, and I have it perforated here because the size of the postcards that we're going to create today are 4.25 by 5.5. You can make larger postcards, but you have to keep in mind the USPS postal regulations, and you may just have to pay just a little bit extra if you go for a larger size. So the easy thing to do is to just cut these right in half. I have mine perforated. You can also buy postcard sheets so that you can just split them up. Go like this. And that's going to be the overall size of our postcards today. Okay, so now that I have this, I think I'm going to want to make one horizontal postcard on the front and one vertical, and of course when you address it on the back it still has to remain the box where you write on and then the addressing. So you can see I have a bunch of scraps here that I just pulled out, and I think what I want to do is I want to use this. You just kind of matched up, and I think I'm going to bring this all the way to the bottom. Now that I kind of know where I want everything, and in trying to remember where I want to keep it all, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to slide it off real quick. And then I'm going to grab a foam paintbrush, and I'm just going to dip it into my Mod Podge here. And then what I want to do is I want to use some black StazOn ink. And I'm going to use this Donna Downey foam stamp. And I'm only going to stamp on part of it because really what I want to do is I want to do something along the lines of, let's see, I actually think I want to do this bottom right here. So I'm going to just stamp these two pieces right here. So now we have a little bit of an accent there, and quick wipe off that StazOn. It's good stuff. It likes to stay on there pretty good. So I have this black hello stamp. I think it was in one of those dollar bins at the Michaels store quite a few years ago. So I think I'm going to put my hello right here. I'm going to kind of stand up so I can see it and really angle that straight. Press down. We have the hello. Let's see here. Right here I have colorings in My Bleeding Heart, and I am going to use the back side of this to kind of shield me here. I don't want to get all my image covered. Here we go. See how I have some on my table there? I am going to flip my postcard over, and like I said, you might want to use a craft mat. I like to just use my table because it wipes up pretty good, and I just want to dip it in just to get a little bit of color up there. And then I think I want some color right down here, so I'm going to turn it and add it right there. So there we have a little bit of color. I'm going to grab my baby wipe and swipe it off. There we go. I think I'm going to take a white Signo pen here, and I am going to go inside my stamping just a little bit. Now since we have that red, I'm going to add in some shimmers in key lime right around the edges. Just dipping my paintbrush in here after I've mixed up my pot real good. And I'm just going to go along the edges here, adding in a bit more color for some oomph. Adds a little bit of shimmer, which is, of course, gorgeous. Kind of go along this inside here. Okay, and then I've got to get this top corner. Okay, and I'm going to put that paintbrush in some water. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do it this way, that way it's easier to address and everything like that. And what I want to do first is I love these journaling spots from Glitz, and I love this frame. So I think I'm going to set a frame right in here, and we're going to do some misting and painting. So it's okay if this goes off the edge just a little bit. Let's flatten it down. Okay, and I'll see it's hanging off the edge here just a little bit, and that's okay. And then I'm going to use this for the addressing portion of the postcard. So I'm going to cut it so that there's a good edge right there, so that can butt up right against the edge of the postcard. And we are going to put that right there. Okay, so that's where we're going to actually address the postcard. And now I'm going to cut the edges off here. Okay, so it's all matched up. Okay, now this is the portion that we can write on then. But before we do that, we want to paint around the edges. So again, I have got this. This is what I've been using. I used the back side to the other one a second ago, and this is what I'm going to use to spritz. I'm going to use colorings in My Bleeding Heart again first. And I really kind of want it haphazard. There we go. And then, of course, I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to dip it on that side so we have a little bit more. Then I'm going to wipe that up. Baby wipes are a wonderful thing. So now we have this a little bit of an artistic background going over that. Then what I want to do is I am going to take shimmers in Aquamarine. Open it up here, and you see there's some here on the lid. I'm going to grab my paintbrush and I'm going to scoop it back into the pot and get all around the edges here and get this all mixed up, because we want all of that shimmery, beautiful stuff all mixed in. Okay, I'm going to wipe off the edge of my paintbrush. A lot of times I use the excess paint on that and I just kind of drip it on, but today I just want to use my brush. So now that this is kind of dried around here, I'm going to use the paintbrush and I'm just going to kind of bring it in to blend a little bit color. Bring a little bit in here. Right there. It does combine a little bit with the shimmers you have down because it is water-based, and so of course when you activate it by putting in just a little bit more shimmers with the water, it kind of blends together. But if you've let it dry enough, then it won't be that big of a, you won't get any muddiness. Alright, So we've got that. I'm going to put that paintbrush into water. Cover this back up because I don't want to waste or lose any of my paint because it's drying up. And we're going to let that dry. So I'm going to set that aside. Okay, our final step is to seal it off. And again, you just take that foam brush, dip it into that Mod Podge, and you're just going to coat it. Coat it, coat it, coat it, coat it, coat it, coat it. Okay. It doesn't have to be a thick coat, just a nice medium one. And remember, your brush strokes will leave a little bit of an impression on the postcard. I think that gives it a whole bunch of character. So have fun with your brush strokes and just coat front and back. And there you have it. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today.